Hey, what is up? It's silly season. Welcome to the summer. We have Javi Baez starting for the AL All-Star team, and maybe there's some F1 shakeups going on, and the NHL had a non-free agent frenzy. Um, and baseball's happening.
It was like comparing free agency in hockey last year to this year is like
It
the
was a billion
poodle
dollars,
looking
billion
in. It's
dollars last year.
the chihuahua looking in the mirror and sees a lion. It's that.
Yeah,
It's wild. Like
yeah.
you are not him. Last year was
It
crazy.
was
It
a
was right out the
billion
gate.
dollars last year. It was
Yeah.
a billion.
And this year the Bruins spent all of their money on bruisers that aren't going to play more than 8 minutes because they fucking hate me in this city.
I like what my team did, which is not a lot. They traded Logan Mailloux, who's got, at best, a checkered past. He's got some baggage. And they traded him for Bolduc, who's a good young forward. They're the same age. I think Bolduc has a $10,000 less cap hit, but otherwise it's the same cap hit.
This is a murderer on the first season of Up and Vanished. It's
It,
Bolduc.
it I'm just saying it was a good deal. It was a good deal. He's a Montreal kid. He's Montreal born and raised. He's from Trois-Rivières in Quebec. I'm not going to get into French accents, but he's Three Rivers.
Not in your bag.
No, I mean it is in my bag, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Not for free. You want that? You pay for that shit. But yeah, there was the big news happened the day before where we had three mammoth moves. First being Mitch Marner signed and traded. How is this not tampering? You tell me that. You tell me how that's not tampering.
We all knew what teams it was going to be for like 2 weeks beforehand. Like everybody was saying it was going to be Vegas.
I don't get how that's not a tampering thing because they were like, it's going to be Vegas and it's going to be Nick Waugh coming back. And they're like, we're just working out the other compensation. By the way, other compensation? Nothing. There is no other compensation. I think they did that to get around the tampering charge. And they were like, we just really like the player.
Well, let's just say we're ironing a couple more things out. We'll go public with it in a couple days.
Yeah. So Marner gets dealt. By the way, wears number 93, which he couldn't wear in Toronto because that's Doug Gilmour's number in Toronto. And there's no way that you're going to wear Doug Gilmour's number in Toronto. I'm pretty sure it's retired. But also, kind of Leafs legend.
It's definitely retired.
There's no way it's not. They love Dougie, and I get it. I get why. But he goes to Vegas first thing 93, right on the 93 across the numbers, and then
so I've been waiting for this shit.
My favorite thing is he was like, it was really tough to see Toronto go, and in my head I was like, nope, sure wasn't, because you are in Vegas today. You're in there right now. Right now you're in Las Vegas.
You knew where you were going.
You had no problem going there. You were looking for houses. You tell me this is a tough decision. Okay, sure. Yeah. Getting paid $12 million was real tough. Get to live in the warm city. Oh.
He's got like the dealer's hat. He's already just he's full Vegas.
I don't feel bad for him. And then the other big moves were Bill Zito just swinging his thing out there. How do you do that? How do you win a Stanley Cup and have three major pending UFAs, one of which was a clear rental in Marchand, and you still managed to sign them all? Marchand deal, by the way,
insane.
Can we talk? Let's talk about that for a little bit, because there's it's a mixed review on that, because it's Florida, they get a little bit of leeway. Because they've won.
If he left and signed that anywhere else, everybody would have went.
Well, how do you feel about the Cody Ceci deal? Because that's the same thing for me. I feel like it's a terrible deal, long term, too much money. You're paying Brad till he's 43?
It's too long. That's the thing. Like, are you just betting he's going to be Jaromir Jagr? Like, that's
no. Do you know what?
an anomaly.
Do you know what he's betting? He's betting that he's got one, maybe two more runs in him. And if he does, great. If he retires, he gets his AAV. They'll buy him out. They'll put him on LTIR. They'll do whatever. Do you remember, what was that Kovalev contract that they wanted to sign? The NHL's like, no, not doing that. That was when they were backloading contracts. It was like 12 years or 10 years. It was an awful deal. And they were like, no, you can't weaponize term and backload that. And now the GMs are back to that. We're back to weaponizing term to get what you need. So Ekblad,
Weaponize is a big term these days.
Ekblad, Bennett, and Marchand all on long-term deals. I don't know if I would have given Ekblad that many years, to be honest with you.
No, it's a lot.
I definitely wouldn't have given Marchand. I would have given Marchand no more.
Marchand gets 6 years, $5.25 million AAV.
What's the most amount of years you'd give him? 3? You give him to 40?
Absolute max.
I would let him play as long as Corey Perry.
I thought he was going to get a 2-year deal.
I thought he deserved a 2-year deal. I thought he deserved a 2-year deal, and someone was going to pay him too much money. I thought he would get like $5 to $8 million from the Leafs.
And Ekblad got 8 years.
That's insane.
At 29. Of a guy who's already been injured a ton.
I know that it's like, yeah, he's 29. No, he's got a lot of miles.
I hate the Bouchard contract, too. You know how I feel about Evan Bouchard.
Evan Bouchard scores, though.
He's a great offensive guy, but...
Hey, you know who's got a great defensive unit right now? Montreal
Not
Canadiens.
The Oilers.
The Montreal Canadiens do. You're telling me you're going to look at Noah Dobson and Lane Hudson, and it's a great, like, that core defensive unit is just going to get better. Good luck. League's
I have
on
nothing,
notice.
and I'll continue to get nothing until they're going to just ruin David Pastrnak.
Yes, they're going to ruin him. Boston's
He's going to want out of here so quick. I'm so, like, we did nothing. We did nothing. Gave fucking Tanner Jeans.
I hate that deal. I hate that deal.
$45 fucking million, whatever we gave him. Way too much money.
I hate that deal.
I hated everything we did. And then he's like, "Oh, Sweeney's like, we got some juice back." So what are you fucking talking about? We have a guy that fights. He does nothing else. We need to win hockey games. I digress.
In the words of my brothers from Newfoundland, the only juice you got back is juice arse.
Yeah,
That's
we got
it.
Nothing.
That means ass juice.
We'll continue to have nothing. I liked the draft.
How do you feel about your draft?
I loved Hagen's falling to us.
That's a beauty pick. That was the right pick.
It was the perfect pick.
I know everybody.
Like knowing the Boston Bruins, I was like, they're gonna fuck this up. They're gonna fuck this up.
Well, I also
thought they'd trade out because all I've heard about is how they wanted to trade the pick, and I thought that was fucking stupid. And
all I heard was that the Islanders wanted him. I heard the Islanders wanted him real bad.
Yeah, I just learned all this with the NBA. Like, there's nothing, and anything coming out of draft time is just fabricated. So you watch it.
So
all of it is fake.
My understanding was that part of the reason they made the deal with Montreal to get the 2 back-to-backs in the first round was so that they could use that plus their picks to trade to get up to Hagens. They wanted the Hopog kid. I don't know, like, as a upstate New York, right? Am I right? I think
Hagens, yes, he played at BC though.
He did play at BC, I know, but he's from upstate New York, so he's a New England. He's a New England kid. Like, might as well be.
I like it. I liked the BC pick, and I thought we did a pretty good job the rest of the draft. But free agency was abysmal. Not that I was expecting them to go out there and spend money. But
my team had negative cap space, so I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it.
Stick me. Come on.
We almost got
do something.
Almost got Jordan Kyrou. Instead, we got rid of Logan Mailloux, and it was fine. It was good enough for me. NBA contracts also happened. Those are broken. I don't understand any of that. Are they
We're talking bad contracts later, and I have a NBA article it got 50 players on it. I had to go and peruse through because they're so bad. They're so bad.
They're so
bad. And the
bad.
Supermax is ruining everything. You see what just happened to the Celtics, where we had to get rid of Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis just to be under the second apron, so we're not losing draft picks and all this nonsense. That's coming for every team that signs a Supermax. Hey, Thunder, guess what? You're next. 70 whatever million for Shea yearly.
You're on the list.
Yeah, you made the list. You were gonna be next.
They're broken.
Salary, and it's so broken. And the cap is not going up, but the Supermax is still going up. Like
hockey cap is going up.
Sense.
Hockey cap's going up like $100 million.
I don't know what is going on.
But the NBA, I didn't understand. The Shea deal, I get the reasoning behind it. Like, I do. I understand what you're doing there. I understand that you have so many of these contracts you can hand out. And he is, I mean, for all intents and purposes, he's the league MVP, the playoff MVP, and the finals MVP. So, yeah, he was going to get a bag. Like, there's no way he wasn't going to get a bag.
Well, no, and I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying the way it's structured right now.
That's my issue.
All they do is fuck your team.
100%. That's my issue.
And
it's not
nobody's hitting free agency anymore because they get more money to sign that Supermax to stay on a shitty team that they've now handicapped and handcuffed for the next 5 to 10 years.
The NHL did something about that in their CBA. Did you see that little nugget that was tossed
McCollum is a disgraced politician who's been sent to Washington because he butchered the CBA for the NBA. That's why he's in DC now.
Did not happen in the NHL. The NHL added max contract length of 6 years unless you were re-signing.
They took away e-bugs, though.
No, they made e-bugs mandatory.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I heard they were taking them away.
I thought they were mandatory e-bugs. We'll double check that. We'll double check.
Yeah, we'll have to check. I'll pull that up right now.
But the maximum contract length is now 6 years. Unless you are re-signing with an existing team, in which case you can get a 7th. So no more 8, which is why everybody was so anxious to get these sign and trades done on this CBA, because when the new CBA comes into effect, we're in trouble. But I think it's going to mean more free agent moves. I'd love for them to get rid of the no movement clauses. Like Mac.
Yeah, you're right. Full time.
Yeah, full time.
Permanent role. That's good. I heard they were getting rid of it a couple days before that.
No, I don't want that.
So I'm glad it stayed.
I like that. I like the e-bugs. I like the contract length thing. I'm curious to see.
I was very happy about the CBA when I read it.
It went really well. They got shit done. They were just like, all right, let's get it done and we'll go.
And they're the sport that locks out the most often.
It's kind of crazy. You want to talk a little bit of baseball here before we get into crazy contracts? All-Star games were revealed. I did put our All-Star video is almost out. I have to release it.
Sweet.
I didn't want to release
our draft.
Yeah, our draft. I mean, my contributions are doing well. I don't know about you. Cal Raleigh just dingers.
Yeah.
But you know who we didn't draft?
The actual All-Star team came out.
The actual All-Star team came out, yeah. We didn't draft the Arizona D-bag, though. We didn't get that guy.
No, we didn't. That guy's fucking... I simultaneously love and hate him. I respect the commitment to a degree most wouldn't.
He's being a heel.
He's exactly. I appreciate a good heel. The problem is when you're crossing over the line of, you are being a nuisance to the game.
So what you're telling me
when
is
you're
the
reaching
Logan Paul
over
of baseball.
For context, I saw this post on Reddit. I'm sure it was from John Boy, so I'm sure it's been everywhere.
Yeah.
But this guy in Arizona has been involved in 4 umpire reviews. I don't know why I was blanking on the words there. In the last 4 seasons, he's had 1 or 2 in each year. They put a bunch in a compilation together of the same fan. He's right in left center, front row, same spot every time. Got a glove. He looks like an all-time hardo. That guy went hard in gym class. He's that guy.
That guy brings a scorebook to the game.
100%, without a doubt. So they got this guy posted up with his glove, and every time a ball's hit in his direction, he's being egregious, reaching over. There was one I saw where he
fell.
Center fielder jumped up. He did fall, almost onto the field. He's laying it out there. Like I said, I respect the commitment. But I saw one where I think it was the Angels, it might have been Trout even, was reaching up for a grab in center, and guy reaches over, catches it, and does the looking down at who I think is Mike Trout on the ground in the outfield. Just insane heel work from that guy. But yeah, he's got to have season tickets out there. This is what he does.
It's the same spot every time. Just don't reach over the.
I was going to say
the railing. Why you? I
was going to say no kids, but he's definitely divorced.
I mean, I'm divorced.
I'm not. That's a bad thing. But I'm just saying, you were divorced and do things.
That's true.
You have a job, and a child, and
I don't go to ball games
wife.
And trying to.
Right, but I feel like this is what this guy
disrupt.
does all the time. This is his Super Bowl. Anytime he gets to be front row at a Diamondbacks game. So shout out the D-backs, D-bag. Some other stuff from around the league. I saw that shout out the Pittsburgh Pirates. The first time that they've swept an entire homestand since 2004.
Hey, good job.
Holy shit, man. That's a long time. They beat the shit out of the Cardinals and the Mets. They swept the Cardinals just now, and they had an insane run differential. They shut them out in all 3 games.
Do you want to
43-4 over that stretch. The Mets series and the Cardinals series, the Pirates outscored opponents 43-4.
I just want to remind you, 2004 was such gems like Drop It Like It's Hot and Confessions Part 2 by Usher.
The happiest year of my childhood.
Yeah.
Red Sox winning in 2004.
Fat Joe, Lean Back. Little lean back action.
Shout out Fat Joe, man.
Shout out Fat Joe. That was D12. We had a lot. We had My Boo by Alicia Keys in 2004.
Shit was going on.
And that was
movies?
also the last
2004
time.
Movies?
Oh, we can do movies. We'll get movies. It's also the last time the Pirates swept a whole home series. Top movies from 2004.
Miracle, Troy.
Friday Night Lights. Troy, yeah. Oh, Scooby-Doo 2, a classic.
Monsters Unleashed, dude.
Miracle? We have Miracle?
Banana Bread at fucking work, dude. Hell yeah.
The Cubs never winning? That guy
Hell
rules.
no. Hell no.
Dawn of the Dead, paying taxes? Hell no. Oh,
So
Day
good.
After Tomorrow was a 2004 movie. That's like
I don't know
your.
if I've ever seen that.
So was The Notebook and Man on Fire and Euro Trip, classic.
What's Day After Tomorrow? I
Day
know
After
I've heard that.
Day After Tomorrow is there's a storm
Is
coming.
that pandemic? No, okay,
No.
storm.
It's a storm. It's like a big blizzard, and like everything freezes over. And Jake Gyllenhaal and the girl from Shameless is there. She's like that. She's like one of the people, and they all go to they're all like on this school trip, and they get stuck in the library in New York, and then everything freezes over. Then his dad has to come get him, and he has to traverse.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's on TV like every other day, on I get a lot of like Rochester TV stations, and I get like a lot of like Atlanta.
Rochester fucks with the Day After Tomorrow.
I get a lot of Atlanta. I get some TBS. I get some Peachtree Network. We get a little bit of everything.
A little smorgasbord up there, just leeching off American cable.
I do get my my Mass general area, a little Bob's.
How was your Canada Day, by the way?
My Canada Day was great.
Oh, that's great.
I went to see the F1 movie. It was phenomenal.
How was that?
It was. As a fan of racing, it was a good movie. There are things in there that make you go, "Yeah, it's not real. That's not how they do it." Like Brad Pitt was telling people when he was gonna box. You're like, "Yeah, you don't tell your race engineer when you're gonna do things. They tell you."
Brad Pitt does.
Brad Pitt does. But they all were. Everybody was doing it. I thought it was really well done. It was a good time. And
yeah, I'd like to go. I'm not gonna go see it. Fucking 2025. What am I?
I went to the movie theater.
I'll wait for it to come out.
I'll wait for it
to come out on some sort of streaming service because I am the problem.
I don't know if it will, but it might. Javier Bardem was like in it with Brad Pitt.
Well, he's a stud.
Yeah, he is. He owns the team.
Even better.
It's so good. Yeah, I mean it was a good time. And then I came home.
He's No Country for Old Men, right? I'm not fucking that up.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, he's the best.
And then I came home. An American Sniper was on TV.
Shout out Chris Kyle.
On some of my leached off American cable. It's not leached off. We pay for it. But it was on, and I was like, I'm not watching this. This has got to go on. So stayed up way too late because I had work today watching American Sniper.
Solid movie. Watched that in the theaters.
That's
One of the last things I went to the theater to see.
It was a great film. It's a great
I'm
film.
not a big movie guy, but that's a solid one.
You have a celebration coming up.
Oh yeah, I do.
I think we should do our blind rank.
Right in the middle of baseball. I like it.
Yeah, right in the middle of baseball because we need to break it up. It's a little 7-inning stretch. Here we have.
Oh fucking.
Oh, we have.
Tell me. Do a little lap. Who knows?
Do a little lap. He says.
Stretch it out, Sweet Caroline.
What we're going to do, we're going to do another blind rank. It's been a little while since we've had a blind rank. I am going to give you best things about the 4th of July. And I want you to blind
fireworks,
rank.
Fireball.
Fireball, fire all right. We're gonna start off pretty basic. Okay. I want you to rank getting the day off. Where does that go in the list?
So low, because I do not have that day off. Actually, I have to take that day off and use a vacation day. It's just pretty fucking stupid.
Hey,
and
the fuck is wrong with you people?
We can smoke legal weed, but I can't fucking. I gotta grow it on the 4th of July. What's that about? It is what it is. But I will not be at work. I am totally fine taking a vacation day to not be at work that day. I'm still gonna get paid double, so fuck it. And
so we're gonna put that.
I'll put it. Yeah, we're doing 5. I'll put it at 5.
Okay. I'm gonna give you some other things that I think are awful, but they should be in there. Parades. How you feel about parades?
Parades suck. Nobody's doing a parade on the 4th of July. I need a body of water, and I need drinks, and
we're getting
all I need.
We're getting to the goods. Where do you put grilling or barbecue? I'll put either or.
It's up there. I think you need essential 4th of July foods. You need your spread of snacks, your chips, your charcuterie boards, your fruit. You need fruits like in watermelon, shit like that. You know,
you need like some pepperonis and salamis and cheeses and shit.
You need all that stuff,
and then some crackers and chips and stuff. But then you also need
some sort of pasta side, and then you're also gonna need
a pasta salad and a potato salad of some sort. And then you need
fuck potato salad. Potato salad can go.
I make a great potato salad.
Listen, I'm not gonna. It's people eat it. It's up there. Like I'm fine with it being there. I'm just saying I won't be partaking in it.
It's welcome to the cookout. Is all I'm saying. I'm just saying it's a welcome addition.
And I'm gonna burgers, dogs, sausages, all the fucking good shit.
Yeah, we're not doing. We don't need to do. Listen, I love people that want to.
We were discussing potentially a brisket for the 4th of July.
Brisket is a solid choice. I was going to say
we could get down with a brisket.
You don't really do T-bone steaks for 4th. I feel like it's got to be like
that's like
it's got to be
that's Hollywood.
It's food you can eat in your hand, right? Like it's got to be something you can pick up in your hand. So like a brisket that you toss on a bun, like totally into that. Sausage, obviously, burgers, down with that. Chicken wings are in the mix.
It's got to be finger foods
because you can hold it and eat the wing, but like not like a whole chicken.
I'm expecting to eat this with I'm still like dripping wet. I got a towel.
You got to use your knee table. Your knee table.
Yes.
That's where you're sitting there and you got the plate or 2 plates on your knees and you're trying to balance this shit out and get your meat. I'm
not trying to cut a steak on my knees.
No.
Like what?
No. So where does grilling go then?
It's up there. I know there's a couple things coming that I need to prioritize. So I think I'm going to put it at 3.
3 is tough. All right. I'm going to give you my last bullshit one, which is patriotism.
Fuck it. I mean, I like it. Like it's not what I'm here for.
All right.
Like the America fuck yeah part is.
I'm not going to give you patriotism. What I am going to give you is baseball. Where does sport in general go? Where does your hanging out
coming from the
watching?
Coming from one of the biggest sports guys out there, it can go on the 4th. Honestly,
You don't need
like
it.
I'm trying to be
You really
outside all
you need a
day.
beach,
I'm
That's
trying
it.
to be I need to be outside on the water. Like
I
don't
think-
really. If I'm inside at all on the 4th, it's like I'm going to bed.
So are we calling fireworks is your 1?
Fireworks is 1.
And then
I need
1A, are we going beach?
Beach, yeah. I need water. I need a body. It can be lake, beach,
It's got to be
pond, anything, river.
pond.
Like I don't give a fuck.
Are you
I'll
swimming
get
in duck shit? What are you doing?
I don't care. I'll get down.
Into the pond.
It's mainly like I'm trying to tube. I want to float. I need to float. I need to have a drink and my weed and
Yeah, beverages. I looped in with the food in my head.
okay.
I'm like cold beers.
So
cold beers got to be up there for you.
That's got to be like 2. I think that's drinks. No, it's 3. It's 3. We're gonna go drinks and food combined for 3. We go body of water 2. Fireworks is the 1 because I feel like it's just not complete without it. Not that it's gonna like it probably won't. No, I mean I'm gonna have a good day regardless. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be floating. I'm gonna be having a great time.
The words of Steph Curry: "Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be good." So like if the fireworks aren't there, personally, I'm gonna be all right. But that's just a day. I could do that any day. The 4th of July needs to have fireworks and a little razzle dazzle, a little patriotism, if you will, Armchair.
We
see the bald eagle 2
option.
4ths in a row, out in the wild. So I feel like I'm hoping for a 3rd appearance this year.
My favorite moment.
Picture being like goggles down. It's fucking showtime. I'm gonna fly out over the lake. Everyone's gonna be hyped to see me.
One of my most favorite moments that ever happened was when I was at the Snake Trail Pleasure House in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and we're sitting
from Wisconsin,
sitting on the lake, and I look up and I see a bald eagle, and I'm like, "Yes, that's America." And then a flock of Canada geese flew right over them, and I was like, "Yes, it's both of us. We're together. We're doing stuff.
We're united."
It was perfect. It was perfection. The Canadian was there. We had the bald eagles. Then another bald eagle came, and I was like, "Yes!" It was dope.
Sick.
It was so dope.
Seeing a bald eagle in the wild is as American as it gets.
Did you ever see the video?
I never feel more in touch with my country than when I see a bald eagle.
There's a guy that was that he put a video out, and I'll see if I can link it in this video after. But he basically was like, I asked God for a sign, and he's like, I just wanted to see an eagle up close. And then he pans his camera, and there's an eagle that landed on his arm. And it's like,
oh,
what the fuck? But it's super.
Need to rethink this whole God thing.
Yeah, it was pretty dope, though. It was pretty dope. Happy 4th. I won't see you on the 4th, obviously. We won't be chatting too much.
That I will be surrounded by my group of friends on the water.
I thought about giving you like friends and family and stuff, but like I know like it's not what it's about. It's about like getting away, man. It's unwinding.
4th of July for me is about getting fucked up. Not gonna lie to you, one of my better holidays. I'm a big fan of the 4th.
I would say that changes,
and just like,
older, but it doesn't.
It's sick. 4th of July is awesome. It's just one of those solid. Everyone likes the 4th of July. It's nice weather. Like,
where do you put it?
The problem is if it rains on the 4th, then you're like, what the fuck do I do with my life?
Well, it's bad then. Then it's a bad day.
Yeah, bad day. But people tend to just watch the weather and schedule their things for when there's good weather. Like, oh, okay, we'll do it on the 5th then. Fuck it.
One of my favorite working memories is I worked for a company that was based in the U.S., so all of our office was in Canada, and all America. So on the 4th, they were like, well, everybody's off, so we're off. And we would get I would get clients who'd be like, oh no, I'm taking like the next 6 days off. They'd be like, I'm off like from the 1st of July until
the best week to take off.
They're like, I'm just taking that whole stretch off.
Yeah.
People just take
my 7 mom days. Tries to do that every year. She fucking loves this time of year.
Shout out Mama Dubs.
Yeah.
All right. Where do you want to go?
Working less days in July than she has off. She did July right.
That's the right way to do July. 100%. Do we go contracts here? You want to finish up with some baseball here?
I know
you had a couple.
We do. Notes. Oh, we'll just talk All-Star team real quick before we move on from baseball.
Pretty ugly.
Also, July, sneaky the best holiday. I mean, not holiday month. Sneaky best month, July.
It's up there.
It's up there. It's top 3 for sure, without a doubt. It might be my number 1. July just fucking slaps whole time through.
I'm a big fan of September.
I like September. It's my birthday. Baseball's coming back. I mean, baseball's wrapping up. Football's coming back. Yeah.
Fall is dope. I like the lead into fall. Like the end of summer is like the best because your nights are cooler and you don't have to sweat your balls off the entire time.
Yeah. We can get down with that. All right. So we did our All-Star draft last week. We have the actual All-Star selections announced today. You want to start AL?
Yeah.
Your boy, catcher?
Yeah, Cal Raleigh. Big dumper.
The big dumper. He was the first pick in our draft. He was the first starter election in the actual draft. This wasn't a draft, but you know what I'm saying. Ohtani and Judge were automatically in because they're the top 2 vote getters from each of their respective leagues. And then first name off the board other than that, shout out Big Dumper. First base is Vladimir Guerrero, your boy, Vladdy. I saw a video, by the way, of him breaking a bat that was already he already broke it, but the caption was like, look at how easily he did this. And it got me for a second. I was like, what the fuck? And then I realized that he had broken his bat.
He broke it, yeah. I don't know if Vlad should be a starter. I think he should be.
I don't either.
I think he should be.
So it's a popularity contest.
I think he should be. I think he should be an all-star, but I don't think he should be a starter.
Second base, Gleyber Torres.
Yep. That's a choice.
It's all right. Nah. There's not many options at second base. There really isn't. So you start looking down the list and you're like, it is Gleyber. No, he's 284. He's solid right now.
We're like
286 OBP.
I know that like we're used to old Gleyber, and I was like, this is bad, but like he's playing
2.3 WAR. He's second and second baseman in the entire MLB, only behind Ketel Marte. So.
It's hard to argue.
He earned it.
Not there. Yeah, he
deserves
to be there.
You just look at it and go,
It doesn't feel nice in your mouth.
The middle infield for the AL is Gleyber Torres and rookie Jacob Wilson. That just
Jacob Wilson
looks gross.
Is great though.
Absolutely deserves to be there. 339 batting average, second behind just Judge.
Yeah.
853 OPS, been solid in the fields. A great player.
Didn't make either of our teams, did he?
Shocked that he made it over Bobby Witt.
Yes.
As it's a fan vote, but who knows? He was your pick. You picked him.
Did I take him? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you did. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Third base, Jose Ramirez.
I get that.
Just the model of consistency at third base.
Totally
the guy's good at everything. He's got 3.2 WAR already.
He's good at baseball, man. Just real good at baseball.
The only third baseman category he's behind in is OPS, and it's behind Suarez, who had that game where he hit like 8 home runs.
Yes.
7th All-Star selection for Jose Ramirez. Shout out him. Like I said, consistency. Designated hitter and future Red Sox, unfortunately, Ryan O'Hearn. My only thing about Ryan O'Hearn is I really don't want the Red Sox to trade for him and be like, see, look what we got with all this Rafael Devers money. Look at that. We got Ryan O'Hearn. He's an all-star. And I was going to turn around and go, he's not an all-star. That's Ryan O'Hearn. You can't fool me, Red Sox.
We have Rafael Devers at home.
Ryan O'Hearn is starting in the all-star game. Fucking bullshit. He's going to be at first base in weeks. Also, we have a solid platoon at first base, and they're like, hey, Campbell, you want to go down and learn first base? Like, okay, fine. He could be a first baseman of the future, struggling other places. I get that. We're looking past Romy and Toro. Why the fuck is Masataka Yoshida taking reps at first base? Like, we're good. Toro's got like an 800 OPS. It's been like 2 months now. It's not a fluke. We can ride this out for at least this shitty season. Anyway, back to All-Stars. That's my Red Sox rant for the day. Outfield, Aaron Judge. Obviously, like I said, he was the first automatic bid.
Yeah.
He's having a Barry Bonds season. Like
he's unreal.
Absolutely insane.
You can't say no to him.
6.5 WAR halfway through the year is fucking stupid.
He's just real good.
Riley Green, first selection. A lot of first-time starters for the American League this year. Mm-hmm. Green's a great player. He's top 10 in OPS, slugging, home runs, and WAR for outfielders. One of the best players on a first-place Tigers team. Solid. Yeah. And another Tigers selection, one that I did not expect to see in the year of our Lord 2025. Javi Baez is starting in the All-Star game.
Yeah, he sure is.
He came up on this list. I was looking for bad contracts we're going to go into after this, after we do the NL. And he made the list of one that I saw posted in 2024. That guy is now an all-star. It's just crazy, the flip that we've made in just 1 year. Like, I remember how to play baseball, actually. Wild stuff. National League, we've got catcher Will Smith. First selection, he leads like all catchers in every category except for Kyle, like outside of the ones that Raleigh's dominating. First base, Freddie Freeman. Again, just pretty consistently the best first baseman in the NL. It's Matt Olson, Pete Alonso have been pretty good, but Freddie's right there.
Yep.
Second base, Ketel Marte, clearly the best second baseman in the league. I don't think it's even close.
No.
He's shortstop, Francisco Lindor. First starter election for Lindor.
Really? That seems strange.
Yeah, I figured he would have been a starter like 1 year in Cleveland.
Oh.
But I don't know. Third base, Manny Machado. Fuck Manny Machado forever and always. Yeah, I mean, who's not playing? Dustin Pedroia, the guy he killed. Fuck Manny Machado. It's always been fuck Manny Machado.
Yeah.
Enjoy your all-star, you fucking piece of shit. Designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Like I said, automatic bid. Yep. Fifth starter election for Ohtani. Acuna, also his fifth starter election. He'll be in the outfield, even though he missed the first good chunk of the season. But I took him in my draft last week.
Welcome to fan voting.
I took him in my draft.
I'm not saying he's not an all-star. I'm just saying he probably doesn't deserve the starter selection.
No, I did put him at my DH spot too.
You did. I know.
Pete Crow Armstrong. There's never been an easier, and his cohort Kyle Tucker, Cubs outfielders to round it out.
Yeah, he's unit.
He's my MVP pick in the NL. I know it's hard to do that against Shohei, but I mean Armstrong's just dominant.
I don't know if you're allowed to do that against Shohei.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to do that.
It's against baseball's rules.
What? But he pitches and hits. Did we see who's starting, by the way, for pitchers? Because I haven't.
No, I haven't. We figure that out after, though.
Yeah, we can. Let's talk contracts. I want to try to do this into some sort of like list, but it's hard to do because one, you look at contracts from a long time ago and you're like, well, the money doesn't look that crazy because we're seeing contracts now like $300, $400, $500, $700 million. So you're like, oh, well, it couldn't have been that bad. But, back then, inflation, like.
It's not great.
In some regard.
I mean, it wasn't ideal, right?
Right. But yeah, so I have a bunch of bad contracts here divvied out through different sports. Yep. I feel like there's obviously like the ones we think of off the top of our heads, the Anthony Rendones, the Deshaun Watsons, the Russell Wilsons. Like there's obviously been some big ones in the last few years, but I mean we can get into it. Rendon is the first one that comes to my mind simply for the fact that he doesn't play and doesn't give a fuck to. Right. Ted Williams played more games while he was actively serving in World War II than Anthony Rendon has played in his Angels contract. 7 years, $245 million. I also, my favorite, I think this might be my favorite part of the Rendon contract is that he could have gotten a surgery last year in the offseason, and then he came into spring training and still needed the surgery. And he was like, sorry, gonna miss the whole year. Like, yeah, figured. We figured that was coming.
Awful.
Just awful contracts. My Red Sox have had a bunch. I'm just going to stick in baseball for time being. Obviously, this was spurned on by Bobby Bonilla Day being July 1st yesterday, and the fact that Bobby Bonilla still gets paid by the Mets.
Bobby Bonilla and Rick DiPietro, both on the same day. Although Rick doesn't get the same, DiPietro gets money every payday, like NHL players do. He doesn't get like
he gets like 1 point something mil a year, right? 1.
Yeah, but it's paid out over the year. It's not like a single day.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Shout out Rick DiPietro. He's on here for worst contracts, by the way. 15 years, $80-something million, and he played for like a year of it.
He died. He died immediately after.
I remember him being undraftable in fantasy drafts in the Chell games because his contract was just fucked, and he's like an 82 overall.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything with him.
Where did my list go here? But yeah, so like I was saying, the Red Sox had a bunch. Just in those like early 2010 years, Pablo Sandoval, 5-year, $95 million. The Red Sox paid $48 million for him not to come back after 2 failed stints with the team. He had 7 at-bats in one season, all hitless, because of course they were. And then he went to the Giants and immediately started playing good again.
He sure did.
Carl Crawford was in that same era, 7 years, $142 million. Like, I almost can't fault the Red Sox for how bad some of these contracts were. David Price got over $200 million, 7 years in, what was it, 2013? Like, way too much fucking money, and he did nothing until the 2018 run. Not our guy, but Jacoby Ellsbury, 7 years, $153 million for the Yankees. Played for like 2 seasons of that at like a even WAR.
Not great.
The pride of Pawtucket, Rusney Castillo, 7 years, $72 million. He played in the majors for like 80 games.
It's awful.
Classics. Pujols.
Does that count as a bad contract?
1 All-Star game over 10 years for $240 million. Probably. I mean, there's so many that are just like, well, their bodies failed. Like Prince Fielder, body failed. He was going to live up to the contract.
I know. I mean, Pujols goes into the Hall of Fame, right? Like
100%.
So, like, I get the reasoning behind it, but it does feel a little.
He goes into the Hall of Fame taking all of those Angel years out.
Yeah.
Chris Bryant, same thing. His body just imploded after the MVP in the World Series. He gets the 7-year deal with the Rockies in 2022. He's had 9 stints on the IL since signing that contract. Most of them significant, like long periods of time. Yeah. Just like call him like, oh, Chris, how you doing? You think you're going to come back soon? He's, no, everything hurts. Body's gone. I can't do anything around the house.
That's Alex Pietrangelo right now, who announced that he's stepping away from hockey because his doctor said that you needed to remove that from your life. And he's like, I'm not going to retire, though. I'm just going to step away.
I'm removing it from my life for the time being, like
for
my
now,
doctor told me to do.
How
do you think those conversations went?
And people are like, hey, he's not retiring, though, so, like, he'll be back. And I was like...
The receptionists at that doctor's office have never heard people scream like that. They're just like, oh, my God, they're having a heated conversation.
That guy
he does not want to stop playing hockey.
He's never coming back. That guy's never coming. I'm telling you right now, he is not playing hockey again. And people that are like, oh, no, he's going to come back for sure. Nope. Wrong. False.
Wrong.
Good luck.
Wrong. So, like, I tend to stray away from some of these long, like, injury contracts. It's like, well, he was good. He just fucking got hurt. So, like, for baseball, I feel like the ones that stick out to me are the Rendon one. Because, yeah, it's, like, injury-based, but he puts no effort into getting healthy.
Right.
And they're like, what's wrong? He's like, I don't know. Pick something. Just write it down. I'm not playing. So I feel like he's up there for baseball. I think the Chris Davis contract is up there for baseball.
So bad.
Because he got a 7-year, $161 million contract, like, right at the end of his career. We're like, what? Why did you? He's not going to hold up. Also, Chris Davis, like, I know he tested clean a billion times, but just seems like a steroid guy to me. was awful in Texas. Awful in Texas for years and years and years. Hit like 40 home runs over like a 6 or 7 year span, and then he went to Baltimore and crushed 50 in a year. And you're like, oh, it's Crush Davis. He's always been this. You're like, what? I watched him suck for years.
That's incorrect.
And then he went back to sucking the second they gave him the bag. Shout out Chris Davis. He's getting the Bonilla deal right now. He's getting paid out until 2037 from that deal.
Good for him.
Shout out Chris Davis.
Good for that
guy. Josh Hamilton, another all-time bad deal. 33 years old, I believe, at the time of signing. We all know Josh Hamilton's history with addiction and all of that shit. Yeah. Anything the Angels sign is going to be bad.
The entire Angels organization.
Everything from Mo Vaughn to Mike Trout, every deal has been fucking horrendous.
It's not been good.
Oh, they're all bad. If you sign with the Angels, just prepare for the fact that you're never going to play good baseball again. Yeah, it's really Sean Carlos Stanton, 13 years, $325 million in baseball. I mean, he's the same thing. He's played for like 2 years of that contract.
Yeah, he currently is beating the Jays. He just hit a home run. It's now
Don't you feel like he's 52 years old?
Yes, he's not. He's like 20 something, isn't he? It's ridiculous.
NFL, couple of ones that come to the top of my head. Deshaun Watson.
That's a terrible.
That's obviously I want to pencil it in as our number one.
It's one. It's the 101. Has to be.
I think 1-1 is Deshaun Watson. I do want to put Rendon up there just because he's done absolutely nothing since he signed the deal.
Rendon gets the 2 spot. I think that's.
I'll put him there. I think there's a few in the NFL that are going to go up there.
The Watson one was.
It's the worst. They gave it to him after all the charges.
They're
like, that's the guy. That's the guy I want in my team.
We'll take him.
We'll take him, and you know what? Because he's such a liability, I'm going to make sure that all of this money is fully guaranteed and that there's no way I can get out from underneath this contract if he does, so I don't know, something lewd in a massage parlor or just sucks unconditionally bad that
He's so bad. Like
he's sucked the second he got out of Houston. Now that I liked him, I thought he was a franchise caliber QB when he played for the Texans. Sure. I didn't think he was a world beater, but like a guy you could build around for sure. A Jalen Hurts type guy. And then he, does bad things, 20 plus charges like Deshaun Watson things, and he's never been the same football player since then, let alone person.
He's awful.
And it's just not somebody I would have ever given any money to, let alone a fully guaranteed contract.
Why wouldn't you give him like a little money?
$230 million.
Why wouldn't
see how he does?
Give him a
we'll
little
prove
money
it
and say, hey, look, I believe you. Wink, wink. But like, why don't you just show me that you're still good at football? And after that, we'll give you a whole bunch of bonuses and incentives.
It's just so classically Cleveland Browns.
It is. It's totally.
Russell Wilson's got to be up there. 5 years, $240 million.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Let's ride. I think I want Russell Wilson to ride into the 3 spot just for my own personal hatred for him and then the fact that it was so fucking bad. Kind of working top down here. Usually do it the other way.
Some of that was coaching. It's not all him, but it was it was not good.
Daniel Jones, 4 years, $160 million. Just asinine at the time. That's what, collectively, the NFL world went, we got to do something about these quarterback deals. So, Daniel Jones got paid?
I don't hate that as much as everybody else hates it. And it's not because I think he's any good. But, the standard
just what they were doing.
Standard of quarterback at that time, it's like, what do you, it's not
what we pay them. The problem is you could have gone and drafted 8 Daniel Jones in one draft if you wanted to.
But they didn't. And also, they weren't paying. It's not like they broke a record with that deal where they're like, a new record-setting deal for Daniel Jones. It was just like a... That's
like Russ or Watson.
It's the Watson one and the Russell one.
I think Daniel Jones is worthy of a back-end top 10. But, right. I mean, we like I said, there's other baseball one. Like, Chris Davis needs to be up here.
We put Davis in the 5-hole.
Okay.
Let's pencil him in a 5 because there's another baseball one that's going to.
I think the 10 the 10 should be an automatic Bobby Bonilla, just because like he's the OG.
Yeah,
he's like a contract so bad. I would rather pay you for the next 40 years. No, it wasn't. He was so bad that they couldn't, like, we could not have you on this team anymore. I'd rather pay you more money to go away. That's what the Red Sox did with Pablo Sandoval. Like, I will give you $48 million to never wear my uniform again. He's like, say less. I'll never be here again.
In Moneyball with David Justice.
Yes.
Like, you're paying me $8 million a year. And he's like, oh, you're wrong. The Yankees are paying that yourself. They're actually paying you to play against them. That's what that is.
That's how much they don't want you there.
Yeah, that's the Pablo Sandoval. That's the other guys. What do you got, Al? What else you got there?
Jamarcus Russell, because I mean it was a rookie deal, so I don't know if it goes up there, but 6 years, $72 million when nobody wanted to.
No, that's bad. That's real bad. That's poor, because he had done nothing. He had done nothing. I get that as a rookie deal, but like, what are you doing?
I mean, they threw on extra years there.
They did. They gave him more term.
Yeah,
that's bad.
If you break down Jamarcus Russell's contract to like money per touchdown, it's over $2 million per touchdown.
That's crazy.
I would be throwing those out if I was like some no-name receiver that caught one. Just be like, I caught a $2 million touchdown ball once. Come sit on Grandpa's lap. Let me tell you a story. Hainsworth, 7-year, $100 million deal with Washington in 2009, who likes to pop up in these lists, by the way.
Yeah.
Dan Snyder loved to burn money.
Yeah, he did.
Hainsworth has got a, I don't know if he's on top 10 worthy, but he's mentionable. And Kenny Golladay, not a lot of money, 4 years, $72 million. Like, it is. It's crazy. It's astronomical money. 4 years, $72 million deal with the New York Giants in 2021. I don't know how many catches he had off the top of my head, but I know it's not many. It's not more than 100.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. He did nothing with that contract. That was another one where they're like, we'll just buy you out. Just get out of here.
I feel like
Todd Gurley signing before his knee blew up.
That's body breaking down though.
Zeke, $90 million 6-year extension in 2019.
That was great. Does Marchand's new deal make this top 10?
No, it doesn't. I think DiPietro needs to be on there somewhere.
He does. Absolutely needs to be on there.
I'm cool penciling him in at 6 right now. I think hockey doesn't have a ton. There's like few that stick out to me. There's Rick DiPietro. There's Scott Gomez with the Devils.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Or not the Devils, with the Rangers. He went from the Devils. You did eat that contract. I knew you would remember it. 7-year, $51 million contract for Gomez at that time. Tough. Huberdeau getting the absolute bag from the Flames, 8 for 68. Or no, 8 for 84, excuse me. I just read Pierre-Luc Dubois' contract. 8 for 68. Also insane. But I think the only hockey one up there is DiPietro. It's the first one that comes to mind when I think hockey contracts. Like,
so I got a couple here for you. So, and the money isn't going to be as crazy as some of the other ones, but the term and production that you paid for the money is going to make a difference. So, Billy Leno, 6 years, $27 million, which is a lot. He scored 19 goals.
Ugh.
Yeah. The season later, he scored 8 goals. Awful.
There's a lot of those ones in hockey where they're like, oh yeah, like you gave him $20 million over 5 years and he did nothing. Like Louis Eriksson did that shit for the Bruins.
Mike Komisarek did that. Paul Martin did that. Grabowski did that. Tyler Myers, 7 years, $38.5 million. They gave him a $10 million signing bonus that first year.
I thought he was going to be so good.
Alexei Yashin,
I thought he was Chara.
10 years, $90 million. I mean, that was a lot for the NHL. That's crazy money for the NHL.
It's a lot of money. That's what I mean. Some of these you like hear and you're like, it's not crazy. But then you think about like the salary caps and what sport they are, and you're like, no, that is crazy.
Ilya Bryzgalov got 9 years.
He's on my list.
$51 million.
They're still paying him.
Yeah,
they pay him still to this day.
Could have spent the money on Tim Thomas or 2 Jonathan Quicks. Oh my
No,
god.
Ilya Brizgalov. The article I saw was his play fell off, and his inconsistent play and off ice personality made him a poor fit for the Flyers, and he lasted just 2 seasons. It's like, oh yeah, and he's a dickhead.
Yeah, he's got some jam quotes.
The NBA has a bajillion. Like I said, every Supermax contract now is basically a bad deal. You look at all of those that are coming to fruition right now, like Bradley Beal, 5-year, $250 million, averaging 18 points a game, just ruining super teams right now. Jamal Murray's contract looks awful. Paul George, 4 years, $211 million. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more coming up. Like it cripples you with the Supermax deals, and it's hard to live up to the amount of money that they're just providing you. It really is. You're going back in the NBA contracts. So you remember that offseason that the Lakers spent $100+ million on Luol Deng, who hadn't played in like 2 years, and Timofey Mozgov?
Yeah.
You're like, what? I know you're the Lakers, but good God, man, you don't have to give that money.
But they did. They had to get to the floor. That's why NBA contracts are broken. You can't not spend your deals. That's the thing. If you don't use them, they're like, well, then you don't have them. So,
and then you have these untradeable contracts. It's just stupid. The NBA financials are fucking ridiculous.
Didn't Bol get like a ridiculous deal like that too?
Yeah, he got a dumbass deal too. Look at Isaiah Hartenstein's contract right now. Do you think you should be paying that for a guy who goes 8-8? No. I know you just want a fucking chip, but I'm telling you, he's not the main reason.
Yeah.
I have a few more NBA deals that just stuck out to me. For just a lot of them are like the shit that went on behind it, which kind of made them specifically bad deals. Yeah. Chris Webber, before the NBA instituted a rookie salary scale in 1995, he signed with the Golden State Warriors. So he was the number 1 pick. Yeah. They gave him a 15-year deal worth $74.5 million before he played an NBA game. They also fucked that up by putting in an opt-out after the first year so that he could become a restricted free agent. And he went, the second anything went wrong, Golden State went, you know I'm leaving, right? And they went, fuck. All right, well, we'll trade you. Where do you want to go? And he chose Washington, and that was where he played for a good while before obviously ending up in Sacramento and other places. But, like, just letting a rookie completely run your franchise before he plays a game is insane work on a GM's part. 15 years and an opt-out after the first? What are we talking about? Even if he was generational, he was going to be out of there. If you thought he was going to suck after 1 year, why would you take him number 1 overall?
It's unreal.
Ridiculous. Gilbert Arenas played 8 games in 07-08 before he suffered a season-ending knee injury. Wizards still gave him a 6-year deal worth $111 million. Hurt while he signed the contract. And then before he signed the contract, he went, I'm not actually going to come back unless you go sign Anton Jameson too. So they went and signed Anton Jameson, who also sucked. And they were both out of there, and they were drafting number 1 2 years later for John Wall, whose contract also sucks. There's another NBA situation I saw. Joe Smith, the Timberwolves, back in the KG days, he was supposed to sign with the Timberwolves, but he had a wink and a nod agreement with the GM that he would just sign 1-year deals to stay with the Timberwolves to go around the bird rights in the NBA so that he could go be signed for over the salary cap to a long-term deal later that they had already agreed to. It's obviously illegal. Can't do that. Yeah. Him and his agent had a falling out. The agent ratted him out to the league. And then the Timberwolves were stripped of 4 of their next 5 picks right as they got prime Kevin Garnett.
Awful.
How to cripple a franchise in a couple seconds with Joe Smith.
It's pretty normal. Pretty normal in the NBA. Before we get to Stone Stories and get out of here, because we went late on contracts and baseball and all that fun stuff, I have some Ilya Brizgalov quotes for you.
Oh, please.
Because they're phenomenal. 1, the solar system is so humongous big. Another Ilya Brizgalov gem. It's only game. It's only game. I'm not afraid of anything except a bear. That's not afraid of anything except for bear. And my favorite one of all time, I think, like, and we have some problems here on the Earth to worry about. All right, yeah.
Russian hockey players, man.
Love it.
I had a couple last second things for contracts. I forgot to say Kirk Cousins giving a guy the Achilles injury. Yeah. $40+ million for a guy coming off an Achilles injury that old is fucking insane, and he absolutely deserves to be on the list. I put Pablo at 7, Kirk Cousins at 8. I've moved Bobby Bonilla to 9 just because we are running out of time, and I'm putting 10 as Tom Brady's Fox contract.
Which may or may not ever happen.
300-something million just to call football games, and he's really not that good at it.
and he wants to be an owner instead, so he was like, never mind.
Yeah, actually, I don't want any of that money. That can go up there as an honorable mention. I got a quick Stone story for you, and then we can get out of here. This one, we're going overseas, international. I'm going to find it. There it is. There's some fucking bum-ass website.
Fix your camera. It's blurry as shit.
Is
yeah,
it? Hold on.
Yeah, just now. Gotta get it.
I'll fix it for the...
Just for the Stone stories. There it is. There it is.
A little better. Still not 100%, but... Anyway, we're going to a temple in India. A Buddhist monk in... This is like the funniest city name of all time. It's Phuket. It's Phuket.
Yeah.
But it's just fuck it. Like, that's awesome. I'd love it. After a Buddhist monk in Phuket has been arrested after fatally shooting a fellow monk at a temple on June 29th. Police said victim 36-year-old Frodney Watt was found dead in a temple bathroom with gunshot wounds to his neck, arm, and chest. R.I.P. 4 spent .38 caliber cartridges and a bullet casing were recovered at the scene, according to Lieutenant, I'm just going to say JJ, because that's a tough name, I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. The suspected gunman, 47-year-old Fraud Jaruk, initially barricaded himself in his room after the shooting, but later surrendered. Officers found a loaded .38 revolver and 14 rounds of ammunition in his possession. His gun was loaded up with another 6 rounds when they went and found him. Monk-on-monk crime at a Buddhist temple, of all places, has got to be the craziest shit. The reasoning for it, Armchair? Guy was leaving the door unlocked when he went to the bathroom. Monk was not a fan of that, said it irritated him. And he was playing music from his phone too loudly. While both annoying occurrences, a Buddhist monk, of all people, should have the, patience and tranquil demeanor to hash out that situation without a gun.
Now, you ever been on the bus and listen to someone with their music on, no headphones?
It's annoying. I get it.
Not happening. I don't like
While
it.
You and I may have thoughts of shooting somebody like that, like a Buddhist monk. Also, why is he keeping a gun? I feel like a gun shouldn't be in the temple at all.
I love it. Head on a swivel. Head on a swivel. That monk is he grew up on the streets.
It sounds like an Action Bronson line waiting to happen.
Yeah, it really is. That's a monk that grew up on the streets of New York. That's
some sort of sick album cover with a monk brandishing a gun too would go hard.
Yeah, this is like when Samuel L. Jackson did anime. We got Afro Samurai. Hell yeah. We're like,
hell yeah.
And this is gonna be the next thing on the Tarantino list. We'll see what happens.
R.I.P. the guy that got shot.
Yeah, of course.
Monk is clearly a psychopath if that's all it took to shoot somebody.
We're away next week.
And the week after. I thought we were synced up.
That's fine. We're away 2 weeks. It's fine. It's summer. What do you want us to do? Everything? Come on. You know what you can do for us? You can hit subscribe. Make sure you do that already.
Yep.
If you haven't, then you're missing out.
We'll try to get some sort of content up in between.
I'll clip some stuff and I'll put it up, of course.
Yeah. I'll try to stream. Maybe get some writing done. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll be on the beach, calm as a cucumber, just fucking writing some stuff up. I'm so excited for the 4th.
Happy 4th to all of our American compatriots and to yourself.
4th, and then a week going right into vacation. What a July.
That's a great July. I got family vacation. Got to go take.
I'm about to go eat breakfast for dinner, which can't be any better. Fuck my cat for trying to eat every bit of bread that comes into the house.
So we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Comment your breakfast orders down below if you go to a diner.
Need the breakfast orders. For Dubs, I'm Armchair. We'll see you